Okay, Coach, it is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Alpha.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. 27 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Switch.
Hill. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a give, right side. Bernard. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through, and this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and 13. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 28 yards. On 1st down, Huntley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. 60 Pittsburgh. The Packers 45-yard line. That's the end of the 1st quarter with no score. Ready. 10 Tucson. Come on. It's coming this way. Here we go.
2nd and 9 now. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Ready? 18 Gator. He's coming. Double up.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Yeah, maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Back to throw here. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, and when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first. That's complete. It's Collins. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Collins. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Ready? 30 base. 54. Hey, Deuce. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This pass complete to Higgins. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
We got 3. We got 2.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now a carry for Bernard. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is.
On the ready.
So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Switch.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
And the Packers first down.
18 Gator. Topper. Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Collins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. Now, I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
Yeah, he got it there. They'll set up a throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
You got three down.
2nd and 10. Open man is Higgins. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Hey. You got 3.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll run on first down. Huntley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
13 yards, first down Packers. Back now in Cincinnati. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. 50, plant. Check. Trace on travel. Sit down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it with a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. He's got the first down and more inside the 40, and finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now back to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams, and there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first. They'll look to throw here. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 42.
Yeah. Shoot.
On first down, Bernard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, Delta.
Second and long. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Go! Look at me. Zipper!
He's back to throw. And his pass incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That one good for 26 and a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do